Which is the reason why I so like Jason's comment about the fact that in the pre-market, actually use a ladder as your support blanket.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's only for large positions though.
Yeah.
So like, it's really more oriented towards low floats because that's when you need the bail with a large amount of liquidity behind you. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, I made my largest trade in the low in the pre-market at 4:10 a.m. I got out. But that was
You're like,
that was the
yeah.
that was the GME run, the GameStop run. There was like 5 of us in another trading room who entered early and held, and we held for several days, and then we were at our breaking point and got out.
Oh, well, you had super glue hands. Just go, I can't actually lift my hands off.
No, we couldn't get. Well, we got in so low, we just held and held and held and held and held. And then at like 4 a.m., I'm waking up and I'm like jittery. I can't sleep at night. I'm like, if it goes down, I'm going to kill myself. But then I just like 4 a.m., I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't see him.
And it's 1 minute to go.
No one messaged me saying he wasn't going to be there, so I'll give him a grace minute. But yeah, I'll take off if he's not there in a minute.
Just heads up. I hate to do it to you, but
thank you. Yeah, I'll do that.
Fuck you too.
But good morning, good luck, everybody. Ding ding,
Diddly
and all
doodly.
that about to happen.
Diddly doodly. All right, IBM is popping up here. Yeehaw. Okay, here we go. We're open. AMD's popping a bit. Nvidia popping a bit. Just watching IBM, Nvidia.
Yeah, I'm watching AMC. It had a lot of volume leading into the open as it kind of squeezed up into R4. So I'm interested to see what it does here at the open. All the way at VWAP on the daily. So be interesting to see.
Yeah, Q spiked and now it's really volatile right now. Tesla's looking like it's trying to break out. I'm just watching all these moves here, still trying to figure out a direction. Nvidia's rolling over a bit. XPAV showing on the breakdown calendar and the breakdown. I'm still watching IBM here. Maybe we're going to find some support
boss.
here.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm late. Quickly, AMC seeing the scanner. What's up with AMC?
Right.
Wow. Apes are going. Apes, I'm going to get some long AMC. I got a late entry, but long AMC, it's late. It's a late entry, to be honest, but let's see.
I'm long IBM 130.60.
Tesla's expensive. Sorry.
It does.
Getting out of AMC. I'm having a bad entry, guys.
Come on.
NVIDIA is weakness.
Come on, IBM.
AMC is amazing. I just got a really bad entry. That's why I got out of it.
I'm selling some IBM, just lighting up because I don't really like. I was hoping it would pop there. I'm going to get out of the rest of it. I don't like it. It looks like it's going to roll over here.
I think it's some short NVIDIA 163, 175.
Nice.
Stop loss would be above the VWAP. Looks like he wants to.
Well, it
Make it,
depends if you can hold this PVC though.
I don't know.
no.
SPY is and the Qs are just really kind of erratic right now.
I'm short NVIDIA. See if he can get a drop from it.
PVC and S3. KNG fired.
Yeah, I'm watching DKNG now.
Got compression going on.
Ladder sucks on DKNG. It's the only problem with that one.
Well, the ladder sucks on Baba too. And I'm on declining volume. T just fired. Looks like I'm getting timeouts firing into the Discord room for BBT.
Oh man, that's sorry to hear that.
I'll troubleshoot it later and see what's going on.
Well, you can only send to so many places at the same time, you know, the internet.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Whenever I'm in a trade and it's just stalling out, I'm like, that song comes into my head. Should I stay or should I go now? I do. There's no ladder.
You really think the SPY is gonna break out looking like that?
It's completely balanced.
I mean, I guess SPY does have some topside orders, but I don't think so.
Okay, now. Oh, shit. That doubled. Exit. Okay. Got to work on my hotkeys. Like, what we got going on? C back and okay. Okay. I don't think I'm getting any slowdowns on my computer since I redid it. I'm recording this morning. Fingers crossed, but it's not glitching. My GPU is at 90% though.
Burning.
Yeah. It gets hot, this thing. But I'm not on Windows 11. Maybe that was my issue. The battery still says 100% charged. Okay. You see, I never like trading the banks. Disney just signaled. Well, Disney's on a run with no ladder. And it's hitting into R6. C has no ladder. K and G, there's a balance ladder. E has
Jeez.
not much going on. I don't like anything as far as the L2 goes.
I feel like everything's stuffing. It's just gonna take time, like because people are still buying, but the SPY isn't going anywhere, and the Qs really isn't going anywhere either. Quite the opposite. They're all really chopping, like and sitting in these low
Look
ranges.
at AMC.
I just don't feel like we're gonna launch off of here. I mean, it could happen. There are some topside orders on the SPY, but not very many.
AMC has a ladder, but I don't trust it at all. Not much of a ladder, actually. Forget it. It's shifting. It's never mind. Was looking.
We've had almost 15 minutes to break out, and we haven't. So
Yeah.
and we're in a selling range. That's what I've been talking about the whole. We've opened in a selling range. So I'm just not really long bias on anything right now, because why buy here? It's a shitty spot.
But one little Baba trade, and maybe that's all I'm getting today.
Probably trying to squeeze a bit. Ladder got a little stronger. Someone bought VWAP on SPY. Nothing though. No one responded to it. And they pulled.
That's my Baba trade, but I took a really wide stop because I'm testing my hotkeys, so I only pulled 1R out of that. Okay, well, it's just not sorting the time. CCL. Let's see. Neo. Neo's on a run down, but no volume, no ladder really. It's chop suey. Crazy. I don't see who's this 51. What's the point? Makes my heart.
So, what would you say here about Spy's ladder right now?
Looking much more bearish. Look down towards 385.
Yeah, I see. So those aren't like too far.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not on a stock that can move 50 cents in 5 seconds. Or an ETF, a $400 ETF, 50 cents to $1 is definitely in the range of consideration.
And then I'm getting, cams without and cams with. Without, it's above R3. With, it's at R3.
Right. Yeah, it's without cams today on SPY. Because we're opening up within the previous day's range. I mean, you can play either one. They both work. But if you're looking, so for me, like I was looking to short on SPY because we were already up near, we were up near R4.
We open.
Partial SPY.
Stop the break even. What if I stop the break even? Hey,
Come on, SPY, stay under VWAP.
my key's not working. My entry price 51.10. Alert went off. Pins. So what's that entry price? Is my stop to break even not working? Stop to break even is Control S. Yeah. Break even. Oh, there we go. Oh, S. Test rules that.
All right, I'm out SPY at break even when it came back through the open price. SPY probably did that just to come take me out because it's rude. But it was solid though.
Kind of crappy chop today too. See what? Pins. See. Huh. MS just fired.
Morgan Stanley.
Mm-hmm. I like Disney though.
Hmm.
The ladder's crap.
we're in a selling range on MS as far as the monthly area goes. We're above R3, above last time's S4. We went for R4 or R6 as we broke up from R4, but we've kind of stalled on volume.
Yeah, there's no volume. I'm just looking at the daily, saying we're making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. We're at the top of the range, and we just rejected off of R6. So I'm thinking we go lower.
Yeah, for sure.
The
I
only
definitely wouldn't
reason I
play
went in.
long.
Pardon?
You couldn't play long on it for sure. You'd have
No.
to at least let it come back to R4 if you were going to even consider a long.
Yeah, no. I played it going down, only because of the daily, because we're kind of range bound.
Yeah, I like that.
We're at the top of the range on the daily, and we've rejected R6. And I move my stop to break even. Worst comes to worst, because there's no volume. I don't see any volume building anywhere.
No, yeah. It definitely doesn't look like it has the gas to get away from value, and we're at the very top end of a value range for the daily, monthly. So, I mean, 76 being a high value area, $76 on this thing. So, I think it feels like a lot of the bank stocks are all in this higher area, and they're all kind of firing a similar volume up here.
I was looking at Disney.
I think Mike got a piece of Disney.
Did he?
Yeah.
If you look at Disney, what I was saying was we're in a range of consolidation on the daily, and we're at the top of that range, and we just rejected R6. Does it mean it's going to continue? No, but I'll just move my stop to break even, and worst comes to
back.
worst, I get nothing.
I'm gonna refill my drink. I feel like I'm surprised with how aggressively the Qs and spies are pressing in this range.
About to get chopped up. See. See. I got chopped out of one. Wow, look at that volume come through with no.
I put in the chat room, Andrew. I was like, just for the record, everyone, I'm probably gonna short queues in 1 minute or a second, and then I shorted queues, and I put short queues because went into this selling area that it had sold out of half a dozen times before or whatever earlier. So I'm just like, all right, short queues. Like, let's go.
I'm in 2 trades now, losing in 1. Uh-oh. I'm freezing up again.
SPY's still looking like it's going to go higher here.
Yes. Long in the only thing I see. I can see. It's me. LVS, just signal. Yes.
Las Vegas Sands again. Come on. There's the volume on Qs.
Yeah, I'm done. L1R.
Nailed it. Nailed it. I shorted LVS.
Did you?
Yeah. Right on the low below the indecision candle.
I just shorted Neo.
It's not like I didn't. And did you hear Andrew razzing me?
No.
Oh my gosh. I shorted Qs as well.
Rumor got out about Thor shorting the market. Everybody sold as soon as they found out. Wow, XPEV really broke down again. Dang.
Great.
Wish I'd have
Frickin'
shorted
pivot
it
bot.
back
Just had
up
to
at
be
the
patient,
VWAP
man.
there. That was a
Something
good place to short XPEV right at the as a VWAP
Look at
rejection.
Neo on a daily.
Dang.
See if the Tesla breakdown.
What?
Showing Tesla Sun 714.
We're at the bottom of a range on Neo.
AMC.
Oh wow. Gazoo. Check out LVS, man.
Oh.
Dude, the volume's coming in on it too. I'm getting like a ton of selling volume here. I might have just nailed LVS. I've been trying for 2 days. Yesterday I hit LVS in almost the same exact spot and it just got stuck. It didn't go anywhere. But today it threw the volume on the narrow little indecision candle. It made that new low. I went ahead and shorted, and I decided I would just go ahead and give it like the break of the daily level with 3560 or 3556. Oh my gosh, look at this thing freaking go, dude. I'm going to take a partial here at 35.
Up to R3.
So
Yeah.
that's, back into business. Tesla is dropping and I want to get to 712. So I have 200 shares short on Tesla.
Dang. Jared's right.
On?
No, look at Netflix.
That's
Look
weird.
at how well Netflix honored R3 and
Meta is hitting
S3
the platform, hitting the
almost to the
standard.
penny in either direction.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Can you go back to LVS for a moment? I was keeping an eye on it, and I didn't see anything on the level 2 that indicated anything. Could I ask what it was that caught your eye?
So LVS did not have any particular thing on the level 2 that there it went. It was a flash, and it just did. There it is now. Oh, and it went away. There it is. 600 and something at 34.90. 584 now. Oh, it's actually staying out there now. Oh, and it's gone. Someone's screwing around with this thing. But anyway, as we got in, it triggered. I looked at it, and when I looked at it, I the first thing I hit was the daily chart. And when I looked at the daily chart, because I traded LVS yesterday, I already remembered we couldn't get out from R3 on the daily. So when I looked today, I realized that our high was at exactly the high of yesterday under that R3. It failed there before. There was no
5%.
indication of momentum or volume to the top side. So in this instance, I was like, the odds on this play are certainly to the other
Yeah, I
side.
know,
But
eh?
because of the daily
Can't believe
and
this.
where we were as far as being under R3 on the daily, I really liked
What's
this.
going on? My computer's acting weird.
Hackers are on you, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my TWS platform doesn't work anymore. That's strange.
TWS is a little bit buggy recently when I worked on it too.
I was
So I'm still short Tesla.
I usually run it, but it's not. But it's not. It won't start. Rivian. Okay. Well, I'm having problems with my trading computer. Yeah, Rivian could be a double bottom. I mean, it's trying to hold this sort of S3 level. IBM's coming back up.
Daily, not the intraday.
I got you.
Right?
That
So
makes
because
sense.
I'm on such an extension of daily, in order for it to go through R5 and R6, it would have had to have broken out on the daily.
Okay.
Right,
I think that's
which it did not look like it had the gas to do in any capacity.
And I got you. I think what's missing from my game right now is looking at it from that, maybe you call it more of a macro or a daily level.
Yeah. So whenever I have 3 charts, basically, that I'm looking at, a 1 minute, a 15 minute, and a daily. So whenever I click on a chart, the first thing I do is look at the daily. Like, that's the first chart I'm going to look at, not the second chart, right? And the reason why is because if I look at the daily, and like, let's say you're looking at LVS right now, if it was at $33, right, which would be center of the daily, I'm immediately less excited, right? Because I already know, like, I'm probably near value of some sort, right? Just because of where we are. So then I flip to the 15 minute, and when I flip to the 15 minute, I'm gonna look and say, okay, now on the intra-daily, where am I? Right. And the best trades for me are the trades where you're at an extension of the range on the daily paired with an extension on the range on the intradaily. Right? When you get those moments, those really seem to be those inflection points where the market's really going to have to make some decisions. You know what I mean? And that seems to really get fun and really work out really well. But yeah, I would definitely look at your charts, but always remember on the larger time frame, it's the big participants making decisions that are really going to move the stock, right? Not us little peons, right? So for LVS to break out, it needs to scare out all the participants that shorted on the 28th of June, as well as the participants that held the short back on July the 7th, right? It's got to get rid of all of those people in order to shake this out, and it just didn't look like that was going to happen.
I see that. That makes sense now. I'm going to adjust my screen. I tend to keep a 1, a 5, a 15, and a 2. And maybe I'm going to set the 2 back to a daily, and I can always toggle back to a 2 when I need it. I haven't been focusing on the daily as much. And
Yeah,
I'm seeing
or
now
instead of a 1, do a 2 instead of a 1 if you want to slow your price action down a little bit. With a 1 minute chart, in time you will become comfortable enough that a 1 minute, like my 1 minute chart equals a 1 minute, a 2 minute, and a 5 minute, right? Because I can see 20 or 30 minutes worth of time, on my 1 minute. So I can, I'm at the point now to where I can say, okay, well, oh yeah, it looks like we've topped out. Oh, look, that's not, I can actually see what an isolated pivot on the 2 minute was going to look like versus the 1 minute. I like the 1 minute because I like the volume on the 1 minute. I like being able to really read the decisions of the volume there. But I mean, that's really about, it. Other than that, you need a mid time frame and then a large time frame, right? So either a 60-minute or a daily for your large time frame, and then like a 15-minute, 5 to 15. You can use a 5 minute instead of a 15-minute because all you need is about 30 minutes worth of time on a 5 minute. You can start guessing at 15s. It all works, but
Cool. Thank you. Makes sense.
yeah, one macro, one micro. What's in between? What's in between macro and micro? That's a question for you.
Value. Joking.
Yeah. What's in between macro and micro? That's actually a question. The basic difference, not the difference. Mezzo. It's mezzo. Macro, micro, and mezzo.
Hey,
Like the mezzanine is your middle level in a theater. Mezzo. So you need a micro, you need a macro, and you need a mezzo. Something to judge the middle time frames, the smaller ones, and the larger ones. But you only need like one of each. One thing I've noticed is if you get too many charts going on at the same time, crap just gets confusing. Man, T ended up being an R4 retest and breakout.
oh wow. What a test. Oh, oh man. No, man. Let's see. I'm gonna post the chart up of what it looks like. So these alert lines that the prices that are called out. Take a look at this. I'm gonna post it up in a second. Give me a second. I haven't got everything set up yet to do quick posts. Okay. Save. I think I gotta get out of my Neo trade. I'll save as. What do we call this? This one's T. Okay. Stop. 3. That's screw it. I'm just out. I don't care. Okay, so where's this computer? This computer T no G my drive. Okay, so Thor, take a look at. Remember, talk about how the alert level itself, because there's so many criteria in there that when the alert fires, it becomes a value area of support or resistance.
Where are you posting it in the?
I posted it on the VIP
VIP?
trading floor.
Yep. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that was really good. Oh my god.
BAC is the same thing here.
That's what this is one we could really use for that's a really good poster for the thing.
BAC did the same thing. It's just because when all the criteria comes together and everything's there, it makes it a high valued area. It's got the volume. It's got the stuff we're looking for around the cams. It's got the EMAs around it. It's got all the criteria. Some of them respect them just perfectly. You see the yellow dots on the bottom? It's where I touch. I can have a secondary alert go off when I touch. Right now I don't.
That's when you're hitting the cloud? Or is that when you hit the trigger level?
When it hits the alert level.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That actually might be cool for a pro feature of some sort. Would actually be to come back and signal retouches like that. So, because one thing I was thinking is, we gotta the best way to combat the other situation is I think we just need a couple of pro features that we can offer only here, and I think that'll be good enough to make people hang. And depending on how good the feature is, we can even change the subscription model if necessary.
Pins was a nice drop. Pins was a good alert. Or at least.
Financials are just kind of running.
Yeah.
I'm watching WFC up here at R4 to see if it's breaking out or if it's stuffing. It seems like the ladder's a little weak for a breakout, but it seems like all the banks are kind of running a bit.
And down
If it comes back under R4, might turn into a fun short if that sets up. SPY has almost run out to R4. Q's is still stuffing this selling range. Watching Q's again to go short. SPY is almost to R4.
What do you think of AMD?
Q's are like nuts. Robin, right now. So Qs are like in a really big. There's obviously a lot of selling going on, right, between 293.60 and 293.20. I mean, you can't get Qs into that level without it just getting shit right out. But there's a lot of sellers all the way up at like 290. I mean, I guess that is 293.60. So, but we've got some at 294, but it's like every time you go into 293.60, that pre-market high to 293.60 just goes zwip. And I mean, it just. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah, we're headed out. The guy has not called me yet. I will text you when he does. He'll give the 30-minute notice.
Okay.
So he won't be here for another 45 minutes.
He just has the ladder building to the top side. I just don't know what that means. Like, I don't like the ladder on Qs, but there's no way I long Qs here at all. I mean, we're in a selling range, so we can't possibly long here. So the only play is to the short side, and the question is, are we selling yet? I don't know. I mean, we've thrown so much volume on the top end of this thing, almost nothing to the downside. It just does not look like we're going to rally here, even with the ladder looking a little strong. A lot strong, actually.
So would it be in a
Ugh.
bond range if it went above R4 and held R4?
Say that again?
Would it be in a buying range if it went above R4 and held R4?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. In order for it to become a buy, it either needs to sell off a lot, like, you know, like down to, I mean, it needs to sell down to like 287 for Qs to become a buy for me. Or it needs to actually rally and get above, you know, an R4 and break out. Now we're team without on Qs today. So so R4 is at 293.76.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know, so that's actually pretty on point with where we've been stuffing at. I mean, we opened and basically wicked that. My mom's in Norway right now. She just texts me. She's like, I'm in the country of Thor. I'm like, you're so stupid. Neo got ripped apart, huh?
There we go. Good stuff. Push. Making highs.
Here goes the Qs again. I told you the ladder was looking bullish.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm still not a long.
Mhm.
I'd still never be a long here, but it's just crazy. All right, SPY to R4. Or oh, SPY's breaking out from R4 right now. Team without. Let's see what happens.
Hold.